Good morning, everyone. Saturday night racing has completed for the summer series at Serccc. Had a really good time out with the car and with basically Sebastian from Serccc driving the car for me because I can't quite drive at night time. But the main reason for this video is a report on the tyres of 36 SUs that I've been using for the whole event. One set of tyres, see how far they can actually go, provide grip and how to maintain them. These are the actual tyres after 12 runs. Now if you look at that, that is a fair bit of wear on those tyres. The grain, this is the last race out of Serccc on the night. Last race out of Serccc on the night, grained a fair bit, but grip was still phenomenal. That one was the front one with the death ring starting to happen. Now to give you an idea, these are now 12 runs old with only 3 glues around the bead and about 2-3 skims on the actual truer just to clean them up a little bit. But the graining is not that bad and still tacky from Saturday night, which is pretty good. That was the front, that's a rear. So if you look at that, that's the rear. Trying to get focus here, that's difficult. That's the rear, which is a little bit less grainy, but come up really good. No loss of traction at all. It was really fantastic, and a simple process of making sure that they actually perform right up to the 12 runs. So it's one set of tyres, 13.5, 12 runs, full set. I did have to, as I said, glue the bead around the outside 3 times, but they haven't come apart that extensively or ripped or otherwise. And Sebastian, the gentleman that's been driving my car, has done really good with the car. Very good. He's gotten used to 13.5, the amount of power that it has, and basically how to drive it and so forth. The car itself is my T3 2020, which is that beast there. As it is, a couple little changes every so often just to see what the car does for Sebastian to get used to the power. He's doing really good with the car. I've got a setup for that going on to the Team Powers AU page and a couple other forums as well, so people can actually copy it out. Very pretty much close to kit standard out of the box, except for 3 things. Other than that, it's just been tweaking the car to the way he likes to drive it. Body of choice, last race meeting was the Wolverine. He found it had a lot more turn in, but a really stable arse end, so it didn't have that tendency to want to follow itself around on corners aggressively. Now, what I'll quickly show you what I do as just a point of information is how to actually get these tyres maintained. I'll do them on a set of rears, okay, which would be that one there. I'll just turn on my little machine here to do video of the tyres. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. Just trying to turn on my other camera because I can't quite get this one looking down well enough, so bear with me. Alrighty, now I'll start by first scuffing down the tyre a little bit. I've got my power supply turned on. Yep, all good. At the moment I'm just using Free Cut, which is Grit 200 Free Cut, because I can't get any of the real good paper at the moment. I'm trying to find that, but all I do is turn it up a bit. Just take away the actual haze on the tyre. Very gently. Now these are 12 runs old, and they're still coming up absolute trumps. Everyone's got their own idea on prep on these, so you've got to take it on board. This is only just my video on how to actually get them ready for race. Now I don't true these at least after about 3 runs. Just clean, pop them on, clean, pop them on, take them off. If they find it to be really feathery, then I do actually go and take them with the freak up paper and give it a clean over. Now that's actually, yeah, that's not come pretty good. That's not nice and flat. There's no feathering. Now the secondary thing we do is we use this from Nick Michaelides, ZOO Racing Products. It is a completely plant-based, eco-friendly cleaner for your tyres. This actually works by itself as good as basically using any type of goop. There's 101 ways to put it on. You can use a blue towel, piece of blue towel. I use just that with it, which is a scourer on a stick. Squeeze a little bit of that onto it. Alright, turn it up, let it froth up a bit. That cleans the tyre down really nicely, and as the further you leave it on, the longer you leave it on I should say, makes it really, really tacky. Now that's cleaned that. Take it chucks. And another quick that's really tacky now, which is what it's supposed to be. I do a little bit more if I need to. They're prepped and ready for the tack, and really, really sticky, which is what you want the tyres to be. This stuff is brilliant. It cleans and preps the tyres ready for your race, and you don't have to put a lot of heat into these tyres either. As I find the more times we play with them and use them depending on the tracks, you don't have to go to crazy temps like 65, 70 degrees and stuff like that. You do not have to leave them on for 10, 15, 20 minutes, 5 minutes before your race, just to get a bit of heat into it. Now, some people do like using goop. It is up to you. That's pretty much ready to go as it is. You don't have to do anything else, just a bit of heat on your tyre warmers and actually have it going. But if you do want to use a bit of goop, I prefer to use the TDK. There are guys using other stuff other than TDK, which is Ryan's ATS stuff, LG2 or GC, all that type of stuff. You can use whatever you prefer if you want to try and actually get that ultimate grip. But this stuff, again, is brilliant. Eco-friendly, which is where we're trying to head to with a lot of the products at the moment on the market. We're trying to, as racers, get away from using stuff like Worth or anything chemically based, because we're just trying to be eco-friendly, just trying to make sure things are good for you. You don't get sick, you don't, have to deal with a lot of chemicals these days. But with the TDK, all I do is put a little bit on the rag. I do not lather the tyres up, and spin it up, and then just a little bit of a wipe over. Now, to give you an idea, that's what happens to the tyre when you put TDK. Even though it's eco-friendly and not dangerous, and it has the MTS approval certificate when it comes out of the States, great on off-road tyres in particular, different compound, but it works awesomely, and that's what it was developed for originally. TDK was developed for the indoor off-road racing scene in America because they can't use volatile chemicals, and the TDK fits that bill spot on. That's what the tyres look like after the TDK. So it's taken a little bit of tyre rubber over the top and click it again. Not a big process, nice and quick. Now that is just slightly damp, and if you look at it, it's slightly damp, but it'll actually, when it flashes off, that'll be super, super, super tacky. 5 minutes before your race, 1 minute off before your race, at about 55 to 65 C. You do not have to overcook it. Overcooking it does nothing. All it does is burn off the compound on the tyres, and you wonder why your car's got no traction at the start. That's the prep. Nice and quick and easy. It is not a brain buster. You're not going to go banging your head against the brick wall trying to figure out Does it work? Does not work? That's it. That's all you've got to do. Once it's ready, chuck the car on the track, 1 or 2 laps, put your car on the start, go. Now, with the combination of both the TDK and the TQ, the tyres will come off the track tacky, straight up tacky, for after the 6 minutes racing. You will not find any degradation of traction as you're going through the whole 6 minutes. It'll stay constant, so there's no start and then a drop off at the end, which is the best part of it. The tyres are proven to be much better than we anticipated. Andy at Team Powers is still doing a little bit of checking to make sure that all the tyres, when they do come out, are basically glued nice and tight around the edge. But as practice, we are racers. You know, we've started not having this option available to us when we first began. We had to glue our own tyres. Okay, so and you can only blame yourself if tyres come apart. Check them every second run. Check them. Glue the edge. Check them. Glue the edge. It's not hard. It's not going to do your head in trying to do that. Use some alcohol if you need to clean them. Prep them. Now really tacky, really sticky, and that's it. Tyres are ready to go. As I said, 5 minutes, 55 to 65, no greater, so you don't burn out the compound that's there. The natural heat will be generated out of the tyres as the car is running, but that's pretty much ready to go as it is. Nice and tacky, really sticky, and that's what they've got to be. Thanks very much for your time. If you've got a question, give us a buzz. There'll be more of these coming through in the next couple of weeks. I'll try and be a little bit more forthcoming with videos at this stage, and keep you guys informed. Thanks very much for your time, and also to the guys that support Team Powers in Australia, greatly appreciated. We've got Jordan Hunting doing a complete Team Powers Instagram feed, as much as you can, information from around Australia and overseas possibly. Brian's doing a lot of the social. Nick Michaelides is my right-hand man to do a lot of the team running around and telling me what's going on, what's not going on. I'm in transition, having to move out of here and find new accommodation for the store. See how we go. I'll keep informed on that. And I have my long-term, my other mate, Grant, who's really good for feedback on everything. Cut and dry, black and white, no bullshit. If there's something wrong, we deal with it. If there's something right, we promote it. It's as simple as that. So thanks very much for your time, greatly appreciated. Take care, have a good day, and I'll catch you guys later. Have fun.